Lilreds.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be all about getting the most out of your Disney day, taking little ones to Disneyland. So moms, dads, grandparents, aunts, uncles,
Anyone with a child.
whoever, this is for you.
Number one, strollers. This is important because Disneyland now has this whole this is the maximum thing, kind of like you're going to an airport. The maximum is 31 inches wide and 52 inches long. Get the measuring tape, make sure, because Disneyland will kick you out. They have like a rectangle.
You literally have to put your stroller into the box.
So they'll measure it if they're but if you just bring the single one, you're with your snacks, then you're fine, you're good.
You're good. Number two is going to be snacks, and lots of them. Disney does allow you to bring snacks in. You just can't bring a crock pot of
Take advantage
pasta
of it.
or something. Good snacks to bring for the whole day. You can bring sandwiches, you can bring different crackers and chips and fruit. Anything that you think your kids will need for the day is
anything
totally,
that will save you money, baby.
Yes, totally allowed. You don't have to purchase a bunch of food at the parks. You can save your money for a special treat at the end of the day.
Balling on a budget, baby.
Yes.
Tip number 3, there's 2 ways to start your Disney day. 1, going straight into the park, riding the rides, meeting the characters, taking the naps. Or you can book a reservation for breakfast, and then you get to meet the characters while you're having breakfast. So here we are. First thing you're gonna do, 1, don't go on a weekend, go on a weekday. 2, you wanna be there for rope drop, you gotta get up at 5 a.m., powder the baby's butt and get out the door. 3, you're gonna head straight for Disneyland, past Mickey, give him a high five, head straight for the castle, no one's gonna be there, take a family photo. Boom, done.
It's out of the way.
We're in Fantasyland now. Bada bing, bada boom. Here's the order in which you should ride the rides. Peter Pan, then Dumbo, then Alice in Wonderland, Mad Tea Party, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Pinocchio's Daring Journey, Snow White's Adventure, perhaps the Carousel, Casey Jr. Then we're gonna go over here to where the princesses meet in the Royal Hall. You're gonna meet all of those princesses so you can get the photos. The kids are still fresh. They're responsive, they're not asleep yet.
So by this time, you will have already rode about 9 rides with your kids, as well as met some princesses, so it's probably time for a snack. So if you do have kids in strollers, you're gonna wanna go ahead and give them a snack and start heading down to Toontown. So if you take this beautiful path, this is what I would suggest. You come down from the Royal Hall right in front of the castle again, and you're gonna actually come down this path that's right next to Matterhorn. You're gonna pass by over here, Alice in Wonderland. Let's zoom out a little bit. And then we can hit either It's a Small World first, or you can head all the way down into Toontown. And that's actually where you get to meet Mickey and all of his friends. So they're always there, which is great. Pluto's out in the morning, Goofy, Minnie, Mickey, and you can actually go into their house and meet them, which is really special. If your kids are old enough, you can go on the Gadgets Go coaster, which is really fun. It's like a little baby roller coaster. It's not too scary. And it's very fun. And there's also really fun exploring to do in there. And it's just a great, great time, okay? So after you're done with that, we can go ahead and head back down towards the Matterhorn and go on Finding Nemo, which is a fun ride as well to kind of
good sit down ride.
Yeah, kind of calm them down. Good sit down ride, as well as come down over here for the Astro Blasters as well as Astro Orbiters, if they're old enough for that as well. And so you can kind of hit all of those in that category. And by that time, it'll probably be time for a nap, I'm assuming, probably around 11 o'clock or so. In which case, we're gonna go ahead and head out of Disneyland and head to California Adventure.
So now we're in California Adventure. You're gonna come through here, follow the path, then go over here in front of the Soarin' Over the World, come down here, make that sharp left into this little spruce here, and then by this waterfall, there's a sit-down area, road less traveled that no one really goes by there. Take a nap, have a snack, and then after that, you can do maybe lunch once they wake up.
And what's nice too is you have the waterfall going, so it's kind of like a sound machine. So it kind of lets them go to sleep really, really well.
So then you'll come out of there, and right across from Grizzly River Rapids, there's Redwood Creek Trail, so they can kind of get all their energy out there. And there's a lot of ropes courses and really fun things. I always loved going there when I was little because it was just like, I wanted to climb everything. So you can do that. It's like all age friendly. So whether they're like just walking, there's a place for them. If they're running at this point, then, you know.
Lots of slides and fun stuff like that. The Creek Challenge was always one of our favorites growing up. So then after this, we're gonna show you how to do the rest of the rides in California Adventure. So you're gonna go ahead and come down this path. Right here, this is the Little Mermaid ride. So that is similar to like Haunted Mansion, but it's just very slow. It's like in the shell. It kind of just is a good relaxing ride for the afternoon. It's always air conditioned. We're gonna come down the path here. And if your kids are old enough, they can go on the Golden Zephyr, which is a fun ride. Just goes around in circles.
As long as it's not windy, because they will shut it down at the
open.
slightest hint.
Yep. Jumpin' Jellyfish is always a fun one, as well as Goofy's Flight School if they are in that like 6 to 8 region. If they're younger, then we're gonna have to skip by that and go ahead and head down to the new Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind ride. Despite what its name is, it sounds like it's a horrible ride and it goes too fast and everything. It actually doesn't. You're in little like boxes and you just kind of like go up a little bit and you just swirl around, and it's a really fun ride for
It's similar to Silly Symphony Swings, but much slower.
Much calmer, yeah. Next, we can go ahead and head down. If your kids like Ferris wheels, there is an option for a non-swinging Ferris wheel if they're not afraid of heights, because that one goes all the way to the very, very top. Also, there's like the games and stuff on Pixar Pier. If your kids ever wanted to play like the little shooting games and stuff, that's always fun to do. As well as Midway Mania for Toy Story, that's a very fun ride as well. They can even, if they're not old enough to be able to shoot the little shooters, they can just sit in the ride and like watch and go around. It's really fun. And there's also a carousel in California Adventure that just opened, which is Jesse's Critter Carousel, which is also very fun as well. And so we can head on over there, and then we basically go around the pier and head on over to Radiator Springs. And I would suggest walking in the main entrance, which is right across from the Blue Sky Cellar. Basically walk down this beautiful little Route 66, and there's a bunch of great rides in there, as you can see Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, and then also the Luigi's Rockin' Roadsters that just opened. And if they're tall enough, they can go on Radiator Spring Racers, which is really fun as well.
Another nap spot is in Animation Academy, or if it's hot outside and you just want to take a break, you can head in there. There's couches and stuff. There's also, you can meet Anna and Elsa. If you happen to be there when there's a showing for the Frozen show, you should do that at the Hyperion Theater, if your kids are up for it though. If not, you don't have to. It's just like a nice little break as well. At that point, we're gonna head back over to Disneyland and watch the parade.
Yes. So if you have this app open, you can go ahead and look at the parade times for this day.
We recommend downloading the Disneyland app. It's a lifesaver.
So if you look right here, it will say right now we're on Disneyland Park, and we're going to say today's show times, and it's going to tell us when the parade is happening. So we're going to scroll down to the bottom where it says shows. So the parade that's happening today is at 1:30 and 3:30. So by the time you're done with your nap and your snack and you're done in California Adventure, by the time you come back, it'll probably be around 2:45 or 3 o'clock, which is perfect time to get a seat for the parade. And so basically you'll want to sit anywhere on Main Street is great, because that's kind of where you see the greatest part of the show, I'd say. So anywhere on Main Street is great. You'll sit there and watch the show.
The parade just ended. Now it's time for a special treat if you so desire. So over to our left here, we have the ice cream parlor. So it's hand scooped ice cream. So you can either do sundaes, cone, cup, whatever you want, or you can do on the way out over here. It's gonna be to your left if you're heading out. There's a churro stand. You can get a little churro, or if you go to your right, there's a popcorn stand.
So basically we just completed our whole Disney day. It'll be done before dinner time, so you can head home before the rush of traffic and get home in time to have dinner at home, which is great.
Or if you want to stay, you can do that. Whatever
floats your
whatever
boat.
you have energy for.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching this video.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Please make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Or if you have any other tips, tricks of the trade that you want to add, go ahead and comment it down below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Be a part of our Little Red family. And turn on the bell for notifications. And we will see you next week.
Perfect. We can't wait. Bye.
Bye.